The score came back 950. And right now you're probably doing one of two things. You're either searching for what this score means, or you already know what it means and you're searching for what to do next. Either way, you're in the right place because 950 is not a verdict. It's a starting point. And in the next few minutes, I'm going to show you exactly what the path forward looks like from here. A 950 tells you where your student is without preparation. It tells you almost nothing about where they can go with it. Here is what we hear from parents in this exact situation, almost word for word every time. Is this fixable? Did we miss something along the way? Are the schools we were hoping for still realistic? Is there enough time? Those are completely reasonable questions, and they all have answers. But before I give you those answers, I want to reframe one thing that will change how you hear everything that follows. A 950 on the first SAT with no systematic preparation is one of the most common scores we see walk through our door. It is not unusual at all. It's not alarming, and it's almost never the student's ceiling. We have had parents come to us certain that a 950 meant their student was not college material. Some of those students are now at schools those parents had not even dared to put on the list at the time. The score was not the problem. The proven preparation system was the missing variable. At SAT Prep Group, we have been working with students at 950 and below for 25 years. Our average improvement across all students is 308 points. That's more than 5 times the national average for self-study, tutor study, group study, or any other let's just go over a bunch of questions type systemless study. For students who start in the 900 to 1,000 range specifically, the improvement is often even larger because the gap between a first untrained score and what systematic preparation can produce is the greatest in this range. A student at 950 today with the right system and adequate time can realistically reach 1,200, 1,250, even close to 1,400, depending on their timeline and how their preparation is structured. The 950 is almost never the student's real score. It's the score they get before anyone shows them how this test actually works. Here's exactly what to do next, in order. Step 1, do not retake the test yet. The instinct is to schedule the next test date immediately. Resist it. Retaking without a structured preparation plan between tests almost always produces the same score, or maybe within 30 or 40 points of it. The test did not change. The student did not change. The result will not change. The next test date should be set after, not before, a diagnostic and a preparation plan are in place. Step 2, run a diagnostic before anything else. A diagnostic is not just a practice test. It's a map. It can tell you exactly which question types, content areas, and periods of overwhelm, anxiety, distraction, time pressure, and or frustration are responsible for the majority of the point loss. In most students at the 950 level, 60 to 80% of lost points cluster in these specific categories. Finding those categories is the entire foundation of an effective prep plan. Without that map, preparation is guesswork, random, and utterly ineffective. Step 3, set a realistic timeline. How much improvement is achievable depends significantly on how much time is available. 8 weeks of consistent preparation typically produces anywhere from 200 to 400 points of improvement. And with that score improvement pressure off their shoulders and knowing their score can only go up with the super scoring over multiple subsequent tests that most colleges accept, confidence and momentum soar. For SAT prep group students completing our SAT-ACT peak performance system, that translates to a 308.8 average score increase and 428.8 for the top 25% of students. So look at your students' upcoming test dates and work backward. The earlier you start, the more options you have. Step 4, build the plan around your students' specific gaps. Generic SAT prep, courses that confuse rather than teach, produces generic results. The students who improve the most are the ones whose preparation is built specifically around their diagnostic results. Their highest loss categories get the most attention. Their strongest areas get maintained, not drilled. Personalized and targeted always outperforms broad and general on this test. 4 steps. First, timeline. Second, personalized plan. Third, then retake. If your student came with a 950, that score is the beginning of the conversation, not the end of it. The next step is a diagnostic, not a new prep book, not another practice test, just to go through the motions. A diagnostic that shows you exactly what is driving that score and what a realistic improvement path looks like. That is exactly what our free strategy session provides. 30 minutes, your student's specific situation, an honest picture of what is possible and what it takes to get there. Click the link below to book it and subscribe, because the next video in the series answers the question every parent asks after they see a score like this. Is it too late? I'm Coach Steve Kirschenbaum. The 950 is not the end of the story. Let's show you what comes next.